Hey guys, what's up? This is Casey Bailey, and I'm really happy to be here to perform for you for the National Rural Touring Forum. This event on leadership and mental health is something which I think is really important, particularly in the arts. And yeah, I just want to share a couple of poems with you. I'm a poet from Birmingham. I'm also currently the Birmingham Poet Laureate, which is something I'm really happy and proud about, and I want to try and do the city proud. The two poems I'm going to perform to you link to today's theme in varying degrees. And the first one is called Wax, and it's about growing up where I grew up. And I think the link to the event is around leadership. It's about being willing to lead in a different way to what you've seen before. So this poem is called Wax. He told me he would fly to the sun one day. Told me he would push from these gritty streets, these city streets, he would push and fly higher than the rockets that NASA sent. He told me he would fly to the sun. I told him that's what Icarus said. Brave boy with feathered wings held together with wax. Brave boy with bigger dreams than he'd ever seen. I told him that's what Icarus said. But he told me he would fly to the sun. He would fly higher than Thames Tower, Seven Tower and Medway Tower. He would fly higher than those tower blocks stacked one on top of the other. And even if the crackheads that lived in those tower blocks tried to stop him, or the police that raided the flats of the crackheads that lived in those tower blocks tried to stop him, he would make it. I can't help but laugh at the way he holds the police and the crackheads with the same level of disdain. And I know he hates the police more. I know he's more scared of becoming the crackheads, but he told me he would fly to the sun. I told him that's what Icarus said. Brave boy with feathered wings held together with wax. Brave boy ready to defy all advice he was given. I told him that's what Icarus said. And he looked me in my eyes, surprised that I gave him so little credit. And he said, fam, what kind of idiot holds their dreams together with wax when their dreams involve the sun? I listen and I laugh. We laugh. I laugh because everybody I know will tell me that he doesn't get it. And he will tell everybody that I know that they don't get it. And I'm starting to think that maybe Icarus just didn't get it. This brave boy with dreams held together with hope, desperate to escape a labyrinth of his father's creation, desperate but determined to push, to rise, to fly. I have never seen someone stuck so long in a nightmare hold so strong onto their dreams, and for a second, or if we're being really honest, about half a second, I believed him. Cool. So my second poem is about mental health. It's about the stigma around mental health, and specifically the stigma around suicide, which for whatever reason is still really prevalent, and I'm not quite sure what drives it, but it's something that we really need to address. And this poem is called Multiple Choice. Find a new place to hang this noose. Stop killing those who have already killed themselves, like they haven't suffered enough already, carried enough already, died enough already. To label someone a coward when they are no longer here to represent themselves has to be the worst cocktail of cowardice and hypocrisy that I have ever tasted. Maybe he did it because he saw no hope in this life. Maybe she did it because her only hope is that another life would follow. I always thought the most difficult multiple choice questions are the ones where you feel like all of the answers could be right. Gravity is pulling us all down. And just because bricks fall faster than feathers, it doesn't mean they're weaker. They just carry more weight. A man who looked young but aged with a face like distressed furniture, once told me that the greatest misconception around suicidal people is the thought that they want to die. Nobody wants to die. The issue is, not everybody wants to live either. The most difficult multiple choice questions are not the ones where you feel like all of the answers could be right. The most difficult multiple choice questions are the ones where you are sure that none of the answers are right. But then you have to choose one anyway. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.